written down the words to say. It is time. I've been waiting 5 days to explain how you make me feel inside. Baby, got it all figured out. Wanna do this right. There's no doubt in my mind. Baby, you're the one. And tonight I am going all the way. The way you touch my hand, it all goes away. The things I planned, the things I would say. Now I keep rambling on. I sound so cliche. What I am trying to do is say I love you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And all the things that you do. Ooh, ooh. Sounds like a fool, 'cause when you touch my hair, the words goes away. What I am trying to do is say I love you. You don't know how I shiver inside. Doesn't show, but my nerves are inside out. It's because you're not worth less than perfection. Ooh, thought it was in my hands. Now I'm all confused, turning gold into sand. Don't know what you do to me. All I know is you can take my breath away. Yeah, 'cause when you touch my hand, it all goes away. The things I planned, the things I would say. Now I keep rambling on. I sound so cliche. What I am trying to do is say I love you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And all the things that you do. Ooh, ooh. Sounds like a fool, 'cause when you touch my hand, the words goes away. What I am trying to do is let you know that when you touch my hand, it all just goes away. The things I plan to say. Oh baby, what I am trying to do is let you know that when you touch my hand, it all goes away. The things I plan, the things I would say. Now I keep rambling on. I sound so cliche. What I am trying to do is say I love you. And all the things that you do. I'm so in love with you. Ooh, ooh. It sounds so stupid now. What I am trying to do, what I am trying to do, what I am trying to do is say I love you. How I've tried, written down the words to say. It is time. I've been waiting 5 days to explain how you make me feel inside. Baby, got it all figured out. Wanna do this right. There's no doubt in my mind. Baby, you're the one. And tonight I am going all the way. The way you touch my hand, it all goes away. The things I planned, the things I would say. Now I keep rambling on. I sound so cliche. What I am trying to do is say I love you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And all the things that you do. Ooh, ooh. Sounds like a fool, 'cause when you touch my hand, the words goes away. What I am trying to do is say I love you. You don't know how I shiver inside. Doesn't show, but my nerves are inside out. It's because you're not worth less than perfection. Ooh, thought it was in my hands. Now I'm all confused, turning gold into sand. Don't know what you do to me. All I know is you can take my breath away. Yeah, 'cause when you touch my hand, it all goes away. The things I planned, the things I would say. Now I keep rambling on. I sound so cliche. What I am trying to do is say I love you. Ooh, a plan to say, oh baby, what I am trying to do.
Hello everyone, welcome, happy Tuesday. I am so incredibly excited to be here with all of you this evening. This is, I will say again, and I apologize, pre-recorded. I am not actually live with you, but I promise we're still going to have a whole lot of fun with what we create this evening. I'm not live with you because today I have decided to take the day off to kind of take it easy and relax, but I am going to be back in full swing next week, and as far as I know, everything should be live. Now, what I'm planning on doing in the future, just so all of you know, because I like to keep you all in the loop, my plan in the future is that I will do some pre-recorded and some live videos. I'm going to try every Tuesday to still be live, even though we're not off to the best start this year with the whole live schedule. But my goal is in the future to be some live and some pre-recorded, pre-recorded things during the week. I do have some things to go over with you this evening. I'm really excited to share with you our new weekly, as we've gone over before in the past, we do have a new weekly incentive, I guess we'll say, and the incentive does change week over week. When that incentive changes, the price point for that incentive also changes, but we also have, and I'll just grab this from over here, we also have, oh, maybe I don't have it. I thought I did. Oh, I do have it. Every month, for the entire month, we have an incentive stamp. Now, I know we were off to a little bit of a wild start this month, and that is only because, it took a little while for stamps to get here, so on and so forth. But right now, the My Type stamp, which I will, let me go. Hello, everyone. I know all of my folks that are always here are probably here with me, so hello to you and anyone that's new that's here as well. Hello. I am going to go ahead up to the top view to show you what these incentives are, and then, we'll get started. So let's go ahead and, oops, that noise was not fun. Head over to the top view. Oh my goodness, everything is wild. I almost just set down the schedule so you would have known what every single incentive was until June. So that was almost an oopsie whoopsie. All right, let's move this out of the way. I mean, yes, it's not live, but none of this is edited. So it's going to seem like it's live, okay? So the incentive stamp for the entire month is this incredible My Type typewriter. I'm going to be using this particular stamp. I don't know if I actually do use this in a live this month, but you will see a couple of shorts as well as a pre-recorded with this. This is for a $60 purchase or more. Any $60 purchase or more gets you this 3x3 freebie. And you can see it is this really cool vintage typewriter with sayings that can go onto the paper, like "You make me smile," "I love you," "Thank you," and "You are my type." Okay, so that is the incentive for the entire month until we run out. But we've been doing pretty good with our stock levels, I think, which is kind of exciting. Then we have an incentive that is starting today, literally tonight as you're watching this. It will be live. If you placed an order earlier today, it will also have gone into your cart, and that is our Valentine ribbon. So this Valentine ribbon is by Ofray. It's 1/8 of an inch, and I want you to see just how pretty. Oops, my tape came off of mine, but I want to show you how pretty this ribbon is. So you're going to get 5 yards. Can you see how it sparkles and it glistens? Isn't that, I just absolutely love that. Okay, so this starts this evening with any purchase of $5 or more. This is going into every single order this week until next Tuesday. You will be able to get this in your order. You just have to spend $5 or more, which is basically, we say free with any purchase because it's silly to spend less than $5 and pay shipping. So this is available to you if you spend $5 or more from right this very moment until next Tuesday, when we will have a new freebie. Now, the really cool thing about this is we are super prepared and super ahead this year. And what that means is this item or this freebie that you're able to get is going to be used by every single person this week, with the exception of me. I'm going to be using the freebie next week, but this freebie is going to be used by tomorrow, excuse me, not tomorrow. We're going to talk about it tomorrow on the live game, but on Thursday, the Men of Monroe will use it. On Friday, Candy will use it, and then Sarah will use this as a last call this upcoming Monday. Okay, so you'll have plenty of opportunities to get it. Now, we don't have an unlimited amount of these, so they will go in every order, and when they don't go into the cart anymore, that is when they're gone. So what is really cool this year at Brutus Monroe is we have 52 free gifts that you can get across the whole entire year, and I just think that that's super, super cool. So this is the second one. The last one that ran out yesterday was the Valentine washi. Okay, and I can tell you we have a lot of very incredible ones, really incredible ones that are for the rest, that are going to be available for the rest of the year. All right, my friends, let's go ahead and get started on tonight's projects. So, as you know, and as we've talked about before, we are so fortunate to have our new Director of Education. That is Dana, who creates these incredible projects for me every single week to make sure that we have fresh and really cool and fun content for you. So as always, thank you so much, Dana, for being so incredibly talented and being my lifeline week by week. So, as always, we've talked about this before, but we're going to go over it again very briefly for all of our new folks. These incredible handouts that are created by Dana each and every week, these are only going to be available to you if you have made a purchase, and it can be of any product in the link down below. So it's going to be shown very easily. It's going to show you, it's going to say literally free gift link. That free gift link, you purchase something from that free gift link, and you will be able to download these instructions completely free. It's just a simple purchase of anything, and it can be something as low as 99 cents because the cut files for these different pieces are in, that freebie. Okay, so enough about that. We will talk more about that later. Right now, we'll start with the quality time card. Now, you'll notice here that both cards have similar backgrounds that are happening here. So we're going to do both of our backgrounds. Actually, we could do almost all of our backgrounds at the same time to cut out a little bit of time here, okay? So let's go ahead and move this over to the side. All of the items that you need will be linked below. They will be in that free gift category to make it a little bit easier for you. Now, the very first thing that we're going to use is one of our previous Die of the Month clubs. It's been a while since we had this Die of the Month. Someday, hopefully, we'll bring that back. I'm going to be using a brand new one today because, number one, I guess because I can, and because I am super excited to be making this tonight, so I'm just going to grab a new one regardless. So this is the Snow Globe cutting die, and we will need that to cut out, and let's follow along here. We are going to use the circle, clouds, pine tree, and ground cutting dies from the Snow Globe set to cut a scene from Sky Meadow Mint Waffle Cone in Alabaster cardstock, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to cut apart my dies. It's a very simple and easy process to do. So I'm just going to snip out my clouds here. And the clouds, it looks like she uses, does she use two of the same size? Oh no, she uses these two, okay. So I'm just going to snip these out. They're so easy to do. We don't carry the Brutus Monroe snips anymore. We might bring them back because that's something that y'all have kind of asked about, but we just have not had them in a while. So I'm going to snip out. I need my clouds. Okay, so I got my clouds. I need the pine trees. We'll use these ones here. This is a great, great versatile die set to have. I love this die set because, as I've said before, with this particular die set, there is so much you can do with it. It has a circle, it has clouds, it has pine trees, it has the ground layers. It has a lot that you can a lot that you can use, okay? So for this one, I'm just going to kind of wiggle back and forth and snip that off of there. This is just our ground level. Then we need our circle, so let's snip out. We only had one, oh nope, 2 pieces left here, so let's snip that out. I'm just going to pop that in there because I will be putting these all on a magnet later. So we'll go ahead and snip out our circle. Just be careful, make sure that you're not shooting these pieces in the air. You can, you know, I would suggest maybe getting a safety goggle if you're unsure of how to snip these. I've snipped so many of these darn things that I'm not worried one bit. Not one bit. Now you just want to be careful because it can be sharp too. All right. So what we're going to do is we are going to let's first cut out our circle. And I'm going to grab, as she said here, we're going to use the Sky cardstock. And that's simply because if we're doing Sky, we might as well, you know, have some Sky. Again, our new cardstock is 80 pound. And I absolutely love it because it's so easy, so easy to die cut. It's super simple to die cut through double layers. So if you're doing a card like this and you want to cut through 2 layers, which I often do just for the simple fact that I like to get more bang for my buck. And I particularly love this card that Dana did for us because we're getting a lot of bang for our buck because we are able to do 2 in 1, right? So, I mean, that makes it super simple for me. So let's go ahead and pop this in here. We'll take our circle die. Just be careful. I'm going to go in. Where did I put my snippers? And I'm going to snip this out real quick because there are still some sharp little buggers, and I don't want them to hurt anything. So we'll just pop that on there. Pop this guy through. And I think a lot of you love our new cardstock. I mean, please sound off below and let me know how you feel about it. I personally love it. I think it's great. All right, so we have our 2 circles. Oh, we left one in there by accident. And again, this is the Sky cardstock. So we have our 2 circles, and this is a great little cardstock. So that's the Sky. All right. Next, we need to cut out our trees. So she does tell us, oops, you can't see that there. Those are our trees. She does tell us to cut that out of the, hold on. I've got it here, don't you worry. Out of the Meadow cardstock. Okay, new cardstock. You grab that, and I'm just going to cut off just a little baby piece of that because I want to conserve it because we don't need a big giant, we don't need a big giant piece here. All right. All right. So let's pop this down here. And I mean, isn't Dana so incredibly darn talented? I mean, we could not be more fortunate. Whoopsies. Oh my goodness. I need to get one of those. I used to have a shelf liner thing that was underneath of this. Although I do need to get a new mat altogether because the dark has really been messing with our camera. So I need to get a new one here. All right, so we have our two trees here. Just got to separate them. There we go. Our 2 trees, perfect. Let's move our paper to the side here. Now we're going to grab our spearmint, or just mint, I'm sorry, it's just mint. We're going to grab our mint as well as we're going to need our waffle cone. So let me just trim off 2 pieces here. I need to re-up on my trimmer blade. I know I've said that a couple of times, but eventually I'll remember. Okay, and we want the top portion, this top portion, to be our piece that we cut out. Okay. All right, so we need, it's going to be this portion. Whoops, no. This portion is what we need. Okay. And then we'll grab our waffle cone. And don't worry, I have all of the stamps pre-stamped and cut, so you don't have to worry about just me going on forever and ever with the die cutting and stamping. We have to have, through the magic of television, some things ready to go. And I hope that you're enjoying how much smoother these lives are going. Not just because they're pre-recorded, because I can kind of hop around and I can pause the recording if I need to grab something, but also I really hope that you're enjoying these incredible projects that Dana's putting together for us. Again, as I said before, she is just an absolute rock star. An absolute rock star. So let's grab, again, our little die piece. This time, we are going to need this base piece, so this piece down here at the bottom. And, I mean, it's going to cut out both pieces regardless, so it doesn't really matter how you position it, as long as you position it so that it is holding in its entirety that piece of paper. Okay, or covering in entirety that piece of paper. So again, we need the bottom piece for this. So let me grab that. So that's these two pieces here. Okay, bottom piece. We can toss these pieces to the side because we're going to use these later, or we'll use them in another project. And then I believe that's it for die cutting. So we can say toodaloo to Gina K, whom we love so dearly. And let's go ahead and get started on the first card. So the first card we're going to do is the Koality. So I did a ton of stamping and a ton of SVG cutting already. So what happened to our camera here? So that makes it super easy for us to move forward here. So let's go ahead and we're going to, did she tell us to create the scene now? Yep. We're going to create the scene now. We can do both scenes now. Okay. So we're going to take our two circles. So easy. And we're going to grab first our ground piece, which is going to go down here at the bottom. It looks like, do we do 3D? So she does a little bit of 3D here. You don't have to if you don't want to. But as you can see here, the way that the die was designed is so that it kind of butts right up to the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to add a little bit of our Gina K Designs adhesive. And I'm going to put that right down at the bottom, just like she does. And you don't have to be careful or precise here because it is... it's all going to line up, right? So, I mean, and the cool thing about this particular die is this die could very well be a fishbowl. This die could be a snow globe, which is what it was intended to be. It could be a little scene for your koala. Actually, let's go ahead and place this behind here. For your koala as well as for your, whoopsies, luckily Gina's adhesive has a little bit of wiggle time. There we go. All right, and then you could put a little, well, let's just do it like this and slip that behind there. There we go. Whoops, gotta let go. All right, so there we go. We have that. Now let's put together our second one. Again, could not be simpler. And you can, you know, as she said, you can pop this up. You can not pop it up. I'll probably end up popping up our little characters most likely. But you place your trees, whoopsies, you place your trees wherever you want. See how they're just hanging out there? I think that's fantastic. I love it. Oh, we forgot to cut out our, hold on. We forgot to cut out our clouds. Can you believe it? How silly of me. All right, let me grab a sheet of our alabaster cardstock. We'll be able to cut 2 of these at a time. There we go. Okay. Move this out of the way here. And let's grab our clouds and grab our cutting utensils. Send that through. Run it back, since we are doing 2 layers and that alabaster is 100 pounds, so got to make sure that it cuts all the way through, and I think we did. Yep, we did. Okay. There's our first clouds. Let's go ahead and do our second clouds now. Sorry about that, everybody. I thought that I had everything die cut out. But, I mean, what is it to die cut something out? Real quick again. Okay. Go ahead and pop out all of our little clouds here. Pop those over there. Get everything situated and out of the way. Thank you again so much, Gina. You're the best. We love you. All right. Now let's put our clouds on. Did I do way too many clouds? I did, but that's okay. Because, I mean, you can always use a cloud, right? How does this keep happening? 1 cloud. 2 clouds. And it's just, I think this is the sweetest little way to create a scene with your die cuts. Just position them however you want. I mean, clouds are clouds. There's not really a right or wrong way to have a cloud. So there's our 2 scenes. See how fun and great, and I love that. All right, put our scenes to the side. Not too far though. We don't want to lose them. Let's put them up here in our little container. All right. So I need my koala bears. Okay, here's our little koala bears. This is the stamp cloud. Let's see if I can. Let's zoom in so it'll find itself. There we go. We have our little koala bears stamp club, and then we're also using the, oh my goodness, this wild little goose. So this goose is a part of Stamp Club Premium. Whoops. I don't know what I did there with the cut file. And it's only available in Stamp Club Premium. This will not be offered outside. So this month is your month to get Stamp Club Premium. I can promise you that. All right, so I'm gonna grab in from my Creative Caddy. I don't know if any of you got one of these for free whenever it was available for free, but you can now purchase them separately. Also, I will have linked below the quote-unquote kind of, I think we're calling it like the live, or excuse me, the free gift. Free gifts, I don't know what the exact term is that we're using for it, But I think it's the free gift link, so you can grab the free gifts if there's any left. I mean, you would have to purchase it instead of getting it obviously completely free, you know, with the purchase, but we wanted that to be available to you. All right, so I'm going to make both of my koalas the same color because I don't really have a great additional gray. So I'm going to be using the Spectrum Noir marker. These used to be the markers that I used exclusively, but then I was introduced to, we're just going to go right over the noses because we're going to go back into the nose with some black. Oh, and I forgot to bring down those awesome white pens that we have, that we just got in not that long ago. I've been meaning to grab one for myself. So, all right, going in with the gray. And I'm going to add in a little bit of a darker layer to this one just to give us a little bit of a shadow. Now I'm going to grab the pink. That's not pink. That's the only thing about Olo markers that drives me bonkers. This is pink. That is not this color. Oh, it drives me bonkers. It's the only thing. The only complaint I have about Olos is, can we get them to match, please, the color. Please, please, please. All right, so we're going to do a little pink ear. Okay. And then we're going to do the black nose, but I'm going to use this fine line marker to do that just because it's so finite. And this is just an old Cricut marker. And I don't know about you, but in the years and years and years and years and years that I've been making cards, I use whatever marker works for me. Now, you know, you can have a whole set of Olo, you can have a whole set of Spectrum Noir, you can have a whole set of Copics, you can have a whole set of whatever you have a whole set of, but I will tell you that it doesn't matter. Whatever marker you use to get the job done that you like. Now, of course, having an awesome, you know, caddy like this definitely helps to keep everything in place. And at only $15 or $14.99, and you can also use your discount if you're a subscriber. I mean, that's a no-brainer to me. All right, so let's do our little goose. Now does that not seem like orange to you? Look at the color that came out of there. This is why I always have to test them, because unless something happened to that color that I don't know about, that's not that color. All right, so I'm going in. I'm going to do the little feet. And look at that. I do have to pop out, though, this little piece here. Let me go ahead and pop that out. There we go. And then we're going to color in this balloon red. You could do pink for yours. It's completely up to you. But I do love that this week the cards, we're kind of making two different cards, but two different cards with the same kind of premise. So it makes it really simple, right? But we're doing two different cards. Now, in her directions, she is showing us to do aqua pigment on the duck so that the duck is has a pearlized color to it. I am not going to do that just because I'm not going to get out the aqua pigments tonight, but please, by all means, go ahead and do that because I think that'll look stunning. I can actually go ahead and use, oh no, this one's silver. It's okay. We'll just pretend that little goose has been pearlized. All right. And then she also tells us to cut these out by hand. I cheated and I used the SVGs, which I would highly, highly, highly suggest doing. Okay. So she's also telling us for both of these to cut a 3 7/8 inch by 5 1/8 inch piece of alabaster cardstock. Okay. So let me grab my trimmer and let me grab my alabaster. Let me move our little characters over to the side here because we are going to be adding them to our scene in a moment. So let me grab my alabaster. And we're going to cut this down to 3 7/8. So that's 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 7/8. There we go. By 5 1/8. So that's that little guy right here. Sorry, I still have to count out my eighths. Do you guys have to do that? Does anybody out there still have to do that, or is it just me? All right, so now we are going to grab our Heart Flips mixed media stencil, which is right here. Oh, let's zoom out a little bit here. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize how close I was. I love the Heart Flip stencil. I mean, I love all the heart stencils because you can, I mean, you can use them for anything, but using them for Valentine's is obviously extra special. And let's just go ahead and we're just going to blend these right on the back of our instructions. One, she said to do with the red. And the other, let's use some pixie spray. Why? I mean, it's here, so why not? With the red. And then the other, she said, we'll let that sit for a second, to do with the pink. Because we're doing really good on time. I learned last week to make sure to not go over an hour. Because when I went over an hour last week, it was not a good situation. It took forever. That's why it was so late, because it took forever for everything to upload. All right, so I think I'm going to do my two colors I want to do are the Bee Sting and Stupid Cupid. I love Stupid Cupid. It's like a, I don't know, it's like a pinky red, but we're going to do Bee Sting first. And of course, we're just going to go in and we're just going to blend to get that color. You're going to get a little ASMR here because I am using my my marker caddy / creative caddy is still on my desk, so you're hearing that. So we're just going to go in and really, you know, light and slow and steady is really going to give you the best blend. All right, so again, that's our Bee Sting. Let's go ahead and peel that off and reveal what we got. Oh, love it. Perfect. Perfect every time. Let's peel that off. Go ahead and grab the next guy, pop that down. And this time, we're going to use the Stupid Cupid. And again, that's a little bit more of a pinky, but we're going to get not necessarily a true color because I am mixing that with the Bee Sting, but that's okay because we honestly just want a really nice red / pink, so that's what I think we're going to get here. All right, let's go ahead and peel this stencil off. Look at that. I love it. And I'm covered in all sorts of different colors, but you can see here the difference, you know, especially as they dry back. That has quite a bit of ink on it, but we're okay with that. You just have to, I mean, I guess I could just go like this and kind of pull off the rest of that ink. Yeah, we're good. All right, let's grab two card bases now. Let's zoom out a little bit before we do that so that we can see what we're doing here, kids. All right, grab my, oh, that's not a card base. That's not a card base. How'd that get in there? I mean, it could be a card base. It's just not. It was not pre-scored in a world where pre-scored card bases exist. That's what we're going to use, right? All right. I mean, personally, that's what I want to use. Okay, so there we go. Now, let's grab our 2 scenes. Now remember, you could go in and you could, if you wanted to, you could go in and you could use silver for the clouds. You could, I mean, I would suggest using the whipped cream for the clouds. Because although most clouds are white, there are a lot of clouds that aren't white. Pop that on there like so. Okay, so now we have our 2 scenes, but our 2 scenes are going to look very different once they're done. We're going to grab our silly goose. I just love these silly geese. Grab our silly goose and place that. We're going to pop that up because, again, in a world where pop dots exist, use them. Oh my goodness, look at that little duck in that scene. I can't stand it. It looks so good. It's grounded. It's right where it needs to be. Let's grab now, in this heat that's happening in this studio right now. Oh my goodness. Whew. It is warm in here, I tell you. All right, and then these little friends go right up on the hill. They just kind of are hanging out. Look how perfect that stuff. Those things fit right in there. Okay, so then we have the long sentiment, which is... Of course I love you, you silly goose. Let's see here. All right. All right. Of course I love you. And mine's separated on my SVG. But we have you silly goose. I love that. Of course I love you, you silly goose. And look at that silly little goose. And then we have the I love spending quality time with you. And that is going to go right up here. And again, you can pop these up if you want. I'm going to place mine, I think, actually down here. So there we go. We have I love spending quality time with you. And of course, I love you, you silly goose. Just 2 very simple, very cute, super easy, super easy cards to make. I love a nice, easy week. And I hope you had a lot of fun. So those are the 2 cards that we made this week. Remember to take a look at the freebie for this week, which is that Valentine ribbon. I think it's super great. I think it's a great freebie for you to get. And you do get that freebie with any purchase from the entire website. So just $5 or more, that's where the any purchase comes in. And then if you purchase anything from the link down below, the link down below is going to say free download collection. You'll be able to get this completely free put into your cart. And if you spend $60 or more, you are going to receive that freebie, which is the Just My Type. So thank you all so much for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you for being a part of my life. I appreciate you so very much. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for allowing me to take today to rest and collect my thoughts. And I will see you very soon. I will see you actually on the live packing tomorrow. And I can't wait. Thank you so much. I love you. Have a good night.